Hello friends, today the topic of our discussion is loop. In this chapter, I will explain the concept of loop. Now the question is, what is loop? Now loop is an important construct of a programming language. It is basically used for performing iterative tasks. That means if we want to repeat a task number of times, we can take the help of loop. A loop is used for executing a block of statements repeatedly until a given condition returns false. In C, all the loops work on true conditions. In fact, in most of the languages, the loop works on true condition. And when the condition becomes false, the loop terminates. Of course, there was a loop in earlier BASIC which worked on false condition. If I remember correctly, it was the do until loop. But in all the contemporary major languages, loop works on true condition. As long as the condition is true, the loop will work. When it becomes false, the loop will stop. All right, so loop is used for executing a block of statements repeatedly until a given condition returns false. That means until the given condition is true, the loop will go on executing. And when the condition becomes false, the loop will terminate. Types of loop. Loops can be divided into two parts, entry control loop and exit control loop. How is this classification done? It is done depending upon the position of a control statement in a program. If the control statement is present in the beginning of the loop, it is called entry control loop. If it is present at the end of the loop, it is called exit control loop. So entry control loop and exit control loop are the two types of loop present in C. In an entry control loop, now let us see what happens in an entry control loop. In an entry control loop, a condition is checked before executing the body of the loop. For example, suppose for loop and while loop. In for loop and while loop, first the condition will be evaluated. If it returns true, only then the loop will be executed. If the condition is false, the loop will not execute even for one time. But in exit control loop like do while loop, a condition is checked after executing the body of the loop once. After executing the body of the loop once, then the condition is checked. And if the condition is false, then the loop terminates. That means in exit control loop, the loop will be executed at least once. Now, C programming provides us three types of loop: the while loop, do while loop, and the for loop. While, do while, and the for loop. First two loop, while loop and do while loop, is the entry control loop. Whereas, let me rectify it. The while loop and the for loop, these are the entry control loop, while do while is the exit control loop. In fact, I will change this content. Let me write for loop here. And do while loop. Now things are in perspective. The while loop and the for loop. These two loops are entry control loop, and do while is the exit control loop. Next. Here is an example of while loop. In fact, let me explain first the for loop. For loop, you see, is more compact and more popular in C. In some of the modern languages like Python, we find that while loop is more frequently used. But in for loop, for loop is more common in our traditional languages like C, C++, and Java. Here is the syntax of the for loop. For I is equal to 1. This is the initialization. I is equal to 1. This is the initialization. Semicolon. I less than equal to 10. This is the condition. And I plus plus. This is the counter. I is equal to 1. I less than equal to 10. I plus plus. Every loop has three parts. First the initialization, then the condition, and then the counter. Initial statement, the conditional statement, and the upgrade statement. We commonly call it counter. And this is the body of the loop. So loop consists of four parts: the initialization statement, the conditional statement, the update statement, and the body of the loop. In for loop, all the three major constituents of loop are in one place. So this loop is compact. However, there are situations in which other loops will be preferred. Next, I shall explain the while loop. In while loop, what happens? The same program which we studied in for loop, we will be studying here. But in while loop, you see, in while loop, the initialization is outside the loop. The checking is along with the loop. All right, the initialization, the initial num is equal to 1. The initialization is outside the loop. The condition, while num is less than equal to 10, is along the loop. And the counter num plus plus is in the body of the loop. So we find that the three parts of the loop are separate. In for loop, we saw all the three components were together. But here we find that all of them are separate. Initialization, conditions, and counter, they are separate. I mean, they are in separate place. Now let us study do while loop. Now you see here the variable I has been initialized. Initial value is outside the loop. Condition is at the end of the loop, and counter is in the counter I plus plus is in the body of the loop. Now what happens if I is equal to 1? Instead of I is equal to 1, suppose I have written I is equal to 11. Even then what happens? S is equal to S plus I. So S is equal to 0 plus 11. S is 11 and I becomes 12. And then the condition is checked, and since the condition is false, the loop will terminate. But what happened? Even though the condition was false from the beginning itself, yet the loop executed once, because this is exit control loop. So what is the major difference between entry and exit? In entry control loop, the conditions were checked beforehand. And so if the condition was false in the initial situation, the loop would not execute. However, in do while loop, even if the condition is false, the loop will execute once. All right, so these are the three loops of C. Now we shall study about two keywords, break and continue. This break and continue are used in loop. Here is a program, you see, I have used a for loop for I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus. That means the loop is executing 10 times naturally. However, inside the loop, we have given a checking if I is greater than 5. Now initial value of I is 1, so condition is not true. So if I is greater than equal to 5, condition is not true. So what happens? Else break. All right, let me now change this. Instead of greater than, let me give it less than. Now see what happens. If I is equal to 1, now initial value of I is 1, now I is less than 5, yes, so I gets printed. Next, value of I is 2, 2 is less than 5, yes, it gets printed. Then value of I becomes 3, still the condition is true. 4, condition is true. 5, the condition is true. So 1 to 5 gets printed. After that, what happens? I becomes 6. Once the value of I becomes 6, this condition becomes false. If I, because I, this condition What is the condition? If I is less than equal to 5. Now, if the value of I is 6, it is not less than equal to 5. So what happened? Else part will execute and the loop will terminate. Break means break takes the program control outside the loop. Well, the difference between break and continue is that break takes the program control outside the loop and continue will take the program control to the beginning of the loop. Now let us see. I is equal to 1. Initially, I is equal to 1. So let me change it. For I is equal to 1. What is value of I? I is 1. It is less than equal to 5. I gets printed. Then 2. 2 less than equal to 5. 2 will be printed. So like this, 1 to 5 will be printed. What happens when the value of I becomes 6? In that case, the condition becomes false. So what will happen? The program will continue. The program will continue. That means it will go to the next iteration. So I will become 6. Again, the condition is false. It will continue. That means the loop will execute, but no print, nothing will be printed. So what is continue doing? It is taking the program control to the beginning of the loop. And what is break doing? It is taking the program control outside the loop. Now the question is, when should we use which loop? There is no hard and fast rule on this. Means we can use any loop in any situation. However, there are certain situations in which loop will perform better. For example, if we know the number of iteration beforehand, for example, here we know that for loop is executing from 1 to 10. In this type of scenario, for loop is preferred. When the number of iteration is known as before, when the number of iteration is known beforehand, for loop is preferred. When the number of iteration is not known beforehand, while loop is preferred. And when we want to execute the loop once, even if the condition is false, then do while loop is preferred. For example, in suppose we are creating a menu based program. So what do we want? We want that the menu options should be displayed at least once. In those scenario, we can use do while loop. That means the loop will execute even if the condition is false. Now, in the end, I would like to make a request. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.